I thought it's been a great week and a half. Just number one, we were kind of skidding as far as our record's concerned, so it gave us a chance to regroup mentally, physically, and it allowed us as coaches to go back and reevaluate, get some things fixed that we need to get fixed to play a really good football team like Coronado. Very athletic. They're very athletic. They have a lot of weapons. Obviously, the one that sticks out the most is Sawyer at quarterback. He's a great pocket passer. He throws the ball really well, accurate, and he gets it out of his hands really fast. And their offensive line gives him enough time that it's really hard to get to him. And what he's shown here lately is he's capable of running the football, which he hasn't done in the past. So you have to really, you got to account for that. And so that creates another little problem for your defense when you're trying to defend the air raid like lately. He's our guy right now. We focused on him, tried to get him better this week. I think he's in a good frame of mind. It's like I've always told our guys, playmakers show up in big ball games, and this is going to be a big ball game, so I fully expect him to show up.
No, because the next two games are the must-win games. I think this is a seeding game where you could get seeded in the playoffs, and I don't think it's a must-win. No. I don't think we're playing well off of each other. When we're not in sync, when the offense is doing really well, defense we haven't played real bad. We're not giving up big plays, but we're letting 15 play drives happen, which hurts us offensively. I think we scored 5 out of the 7 times the series that we had. But if we don't get very many series, it's not on the field. Then when they do get a stop, that's when the offense went 3 and out. So just not playing well off of each other, and probably pressing a little bit when we get that stop. Now we're thinking we got to go do this, and then probably bear down probably too much, and then so it's just little bitty things like that probably are keeping us from doing what we need to do. The offensive line is doing really, really well right now. They're going to have a great game, and we might have to win some games here. Not traditionally on how we do it and throw it. We might people are dropping more and more people into coverage, so that's going to make us become a kind of run team, and we got to kind of enjoy doing that, and then hopefully open up the pass for us. So I know here in the next couple of weeks we'll have to prove that we can run the ball, which I think we did last week. We'll be fine in that department.
Anytime you go evaluate a film, there's always, like, if you play, you win a game 56-3, and you think, man, we can't play better. Then you go and watch the film as a coach, and it brings you back down to earth, because you're like, man, look at all the mistakes that we made. Look at all the things we can correct, and that's what you're trying to get across to your kids. And then when vice versa with that, when you feel like you didn't play very well, watching the film kind of lifts you up, because you go, man, these are correctable things. You have the kids, they're correctable. We just got to get them corrected. And so our kids, we don't ever come in on a Saturday and just say, hey, great job, we're good, see you guys on Monday. It's what a correction we have to make. And like right now, we're having too many penalties. We've been a pretty good tackling team. Felt like we missed some tackles last week against their little quarterback that we should have made. From an offensive perspective, felt like early in the game our run blocking wasn't what it had been, through the first 6 games of the year. And so it's all little things like that, and those corrections lend towards, we can clinch the playoffs this week. If we win, we clinch the playoffs. That's like our big motivating factor right now. It's like, we need to go clinch the playoffs. We're also playing the other team that's undefeated in district. You're setting yourself up that you can clinch the playoffs, then you put yourself in position to possibly compete for a district championship. That's all still there. And then, when you're making those corrections, you're also thinking about, if we want to do what we want to do, you have to beat some really, really good football teams in November and December. And so those things are kind of what you're talking to your kids about, is you're not just preparing to beat the team you're about to play, you're preparing to beat every team that you want to beat throughout the year. Obviously your record speaks for itself, and we've played some really, really good football teams. You go beat a Coronado, who I think's still one of the best teams in the West Texas. They're unbelievably coached. We came out and took advantage of some things that they gave us defensively, but they scored on us, and then we went and played Pampa, and we played Pampa and we were a little bit disappointed in that we felt like we didn't play as well as we could have. And you look up now, and Pampa's 6-1, and we're the only team that's beat them. And all of a sudden you're thinking, well, man, that was a really, really good win that didn't feel like it was that good of a win at the time because you felt like you didn't play that good. When you start realizing how good Pampa is, and you start, man, that was a good win. And so I feel like this team up to this point is a really, really good football team. I don't want to, come out. I feel like we are better than where we were last year, and you should be. Year 2 into your program, you should be better. I think this is the best Estacado team I've been a part of, in my 4 years. My second year here as a DC, we were 6-1 at this point, and so the only team we lost to was Hereford that year. And so we've had some really good football teams. There's not a lot separating it. What can separate it is if you continue to get better. And if you continue to get 1% better every day, if you continue to go 1-0 every week, you have a chance to be very, very special and be a team that you look back on and say, man, this was a really, what a fun season that was. And as a coach, and as players, it's hard to evaluate it when you're in it because it's like every day. Like I'm worried about walkthrough today. Like make sure everybody's there, make sure everybody's doing the right things, making sure their grades are on point, that we're going to tutorials. And so it's hard to step back and look at it from that perspective. But I think if we continue to get better, there'll be a chance at the end of the year to look back and say, man, that was special.